This week we learn a little bit about positioning, but the main point of this week is to get away from using fixed layouts and start designing responsively, not responsibly, responsively, meaning that our web designs should take into account that people are viewing our web pages on not just desktop machines, but also various kinds of mobile devices. In short, devices with all kinds of different screen sizes and resolutions. So to give you some context, here is our same Kevin Bacon example from a previous week. It appears in your week 11 lab folder, and we'll be working on that version so that you have a separate copy in the two different weekly folders. So in this layout, it's responsive in the sense that the image in the header resizes. That's about it. This content layout is 800 pixels wide, and it's set specifically to 800 pixels. This is set to 480. This is set to 320 on the right-hand side. So there's nothing that we can do about that. If the user is viewing on a very small device, they're going to get these awesome scroll bars, which is this great user experience. I'm being sarcastic. And so tough user experience for the mobile users for sure. We would love to be doing multiple things. We would love for this content to be resizing itself. We would also love for this layout to be able to adjust itself to some different devices. So that's what we're doing today. So the first thing that we need to do in order to support multiple device sizes happens in the HTML code. And so we'll focus there first, and after that we'll transition to the CSS for the rest of it. So a few weeks ago now, I showed you about this plugin called HTML Skeleton, and if you haven't installed it, now is a good time to do that. It looks like this over on the right hand side, this little bracket. If you don't see that in your bracket, in your brackets install, go to your plugins and go to Available, and then search for HTML Skeleton. It should show right up here. Mine is already installed, so mine's grayed out, but you'll be able to quickly install it there. What this does is just throws a skeleton HTML into your document. We don't need a full skeleton here, but I'm going to show you some options at the top about what it has that you can insert for us that we should start to use. Click. So here it asks me what I want to generate, and this is the basic HTML skeleton with things like HTML title, head, title, body, etc. It can generate all kinds of things. Let's look specifically at viewport. Done. There you go. You're going to need this tag. If we don't have it, we're gonna want it. So we're gonna put it in the head. It belongs in the head. So somewhere in the head, I will put this tag. Viewport and beautify. What this does is it makes sure that no matter what you're doing for styling at the different screen sizes, that the various devices will obey your styling. I'll leave it at that because there's an excellent link in this week's content that can give you far more details than I can smoosh into a small video here. So have a look at the link in your Blackboard content about the viewport meta tag. HTML skeleton can help you generate that, so you do not have to memorize it. All right, now let's do some wrangling. Right now our problem is that we have a fixed width layout, like so. Our first job is to make this layout not in pixels anymore, but percentages. Next video.